Hey guys, we are here, 8-2, multiplying and factoring. That should be your heading on your notes. Objective, write the objective down. I want this in your notes, so get that heading, get the objective. Our objective today is to multiply a monomial, that's a single term, by a polynomial, that's multiple terms. And we're also going to look at factoring a monomial from a polynomial. Ooh, crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to jump into an example. Okay, so here's our first example. Write this down. It says multiple choice. We'll pull the multiple choice up later. But we have a monomial. So this is a single term we're looking at. And then it's multiplying a trinomial, 3-term. This has a degree of 3, or cubic, and this has a degree of 4, which is 4th degree. We just call it that. So how do we do this? Well, it's similar to what we've done before in the past, and that is to just basically distribute. So we're going to multiply this to this, this to this, and this to this. And we've had some experience with exponents now. So this is actually a -1 times 9. So we're going to get a -9. X to the third times x to the fourth. When we multiply, our exponents are going to add, so we get x to the 7th. So that's our first term. Next term, we're going to get a negative and a negative, so that makes a positive, and it's just going to be a +2. X to the third, x to the third, they're going to add together, so we get x to the 6th power. And then we're going to go ahead and do our final term. And that's going to be a negative times a positive. That's a -7, and there's no variable, so we just throw on the variable that we had originally. And we now have a new answer. It is still a trinomial, but this time it is with a 7th degree on it. Okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at another example. Okay, this will be our example 2. We're still multiplying a monomial, and this is a trinomial. And so we are going to distribute like that. And so we're going to do the whole number times the whole number. So that's going to be 5 times 3, which is 15. And now this is into the first power. So into the first power and into the third power, those are going to add. Exponents add when we multiply, so we get into the 4th. Our next term, we're going to do 5 times a -1, which is a -5. Into the 1 n squared is going to be into the 3rd. And then last but not least, we're going to do 5 times 8, which is going to be a +40. And then we're going to do n. So we have a trinomial, and this trinomial is going to be a 4th degree. That's the highest degree that we have. Okay? Let's do one more problem to wrap up this section. Again, I'm keeping it pretty easy today. We'll actually save factoring for later. Okay, I went like black mode on this just because, you know, let's switch it up. Why not? Let's get a real nice color against this. Black and orange, kind of like the ducks. Oh, yeah. I'm embarrassing. Okay. I'm going to just come up with one off the top of my head. Okay, here we go. Okay, that took a lot of brain power. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can solve this problem. We got 15x y squared times this trinomial. Okay, so this is a little bit trickier just because we have 2 different variables. So we still need to distribute into each thing inside, one at a time. And so, ooh, violet. We're going to do the whole number times the whole number here. So that's 15 times 3. That's 15 times 2 would be 30, so times 3 would be 45. And then x is to the 1 power technically, so x to the 1 power to x to the 2 power is going to become x to the 3rd power. And then y squared times y to the 1st power is going to become y to the 3rd power. Okay, next color. Let's get something a little bit brighter, maybe yellow-green. All right, 15 times negative 4. Ooh, that's a good color. It's going to be a negative 60. And then it's just one x. We're going to add the x's together, so it's x and x, which makes x squared. And then y squared just gets thrown on at the end. And then last but not least, let's do white. We're going to get 2 times this. That's just going to double the 15 to make it 30. It's a horrible looking 3. And then we just leave the xy squared. Notice none of these are like terms, but we are left with a trinomial, and we have to the 6th degree. Okay? All right, guys, that's it for me. I hope it was nice and easy. I'm just going to make a phone call real quick. Let's see here. Don't know my password. Yeah, it's on my phone. Let's see. Just call my wife real quick. Hope she picks up. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. Is Theo asleep? Oh, good. Well, I finished my video, so I'm going to be on my way home soon. I don't know yet. Okay. Love you. Bye. That was an actual phone call. Stay sweet.